Do you have a close family member or friend who's been diagnosed with cancer? Well, you're certainly not alone. In fact, according to the National Cancer Institute, 1 in 2 men and women will get some form of cancer in their lifetimes. And some 1,500 die every day, not every year, every day from the disease. That makes cancer research a very important cause, but what's the most effective way to help? In the first part of our series called Fighting Cancer Now, we are talking to Lynette Bisconti, president of the Gateway for Cancer Research and a cancer survivor herself. Welcome, Lynette.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your personal story.
Well, I'm a 14-year breast cancer survivor, and I was diagnosed 14 years ago with breast cancer 3 weeks after discovering I was pregnant. I underwent chemotherapy and surgery while I was pregnant because I had an advanced form of the disease and delivered a healthy baby boy in August of 1998. He's beautiful, 13 years old now, and I remain free of disease and healthy.
What a beautiful ending to that story. So wonderful. Now, we know that there is an awful lot of cancer research going on in the world today. Give us an overview of what's happening in the field.
Well, with our understanding now of the human genome, everything is moving toward this area called personalized medicine. But what that means is we will understand your tumor and your particular disease right down to the genomic level and be able to identify and design treatment options designed tailored for you. That's what's happening, and that's where the entire field is shifting and moving toward. So there's a lot to be proud of, but there's much work to be done.
Absolutely, and I want to touch on what you said because, you know, listen, if you've got a friend, a loved one, your wife, your mother, somebody who is suffering from cancer, you don't want something that's going to be effective 20 years from now. You want something that's going to work now, today.
Well, we have to put urgency into cancer research. Cancer research can't just take generations anymore. I know it's a difficult and complex disease. Nobody's saying it's easy. But at the end of the day, 1,500 people will die today, and 1,500 tomorrow, and then on and then on. That's not okay, because the people who get cancer are not statistical numbers. They are someone who is loved. Those people are people who are loved and cherished by somebody, and that means that that life is very, very valuable. And everybody has a cancer story, and we need to get serious and urgent about cancer research.
Absolutely. My mother was one of those stories when I was 14 years old, and she kept a lot of it from us, but now she talks to us about her journey. So thankful she's here today to talk about that journey. And so because of that, I have given money to a lot of nonprofit organizations, and I know that there are a lot of nonprofit organizations out there which raise a lot of money for cancer research, ones that we as individuals contribute to. But we do have to be careful, right? We really have to explore these groups, don't we, just to make sure that we're sending the money where it's going to be used and utilized.
You have to be careful because 15 to 30% of your money maybe goes to cancer research in some of these organizations. At the organization that I lead, the Gateway for Cancer Research, 99 cents of every dollar that we receive goes to cancer research.
So almost all the money actually goes to research itself.
Yeah, and that's thanks to generous underwriting by Cancer Treatment Centers of America. They pay all of our administrative expenses so that the donor's money goes directly to cancer research, what they intended it for in the first place.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit more about your organization, the organization that you're with, the Gateway for Cancer Research. What is the focus?
Well, what Gateway does is we fund research all over the world at leading institutions like MD Anderson, Sloan Kettering, Washington University, at all of these leading institutions, and we fund research designed to help cancer patients feel better, live longer, or be cured today, because that's really all it's about. If you can answer the question, does a cancer patient feel better, live longer, or be cured today by this research, or aim to be cured today by this research, then that's all we should be doing. Because
that's it in a nutshell.
That is it in a nutshell. What we want from cancer research, what patients want, is something that's going to help us feel better, live longer, or be cured. If it doesn't do those three things or aim to do those three things, then we have no business doing it. No business doing it. And that's the kind of research that we fund.
Why are clinical trials so important?
Clinical trials give us an opportunity to try something new, not eliminating standard of care, but it gives you the opportunity to have something new and to advance the field faster. So we need less toxic, more effective treatments, and clinical trials are the way to get us there.
Wonderful. So we talk about somebody like me who's an individual who's giving, and sometimes I think, okay, so is my money really making a difference? And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who feel the same way. How can we as individuals be part of the solution?
Well, we can be part of the solution in every day. If you look at the Gateway-funded clinical trials, we took a look at all of our clinical trials. The average per day for one of those trials is $28. If you think about $28, that's a manageable amount. It's not millions and millions of dollars for cancer research. It's $28 for one day. That's manageable, and it makes a huge difference, because if you've experienced cancer, you know that that one day might get you to a wedding, to seeing a graduation, to anything that means something to you and with someone you love.
All right, I'm gonna have to touch up my makeup after this segment, because you nearly brought me to tears with that, because I think about my own mother, and there's no price.
No price.
On having her here.
And finding solutions.
And finding solutions,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, what a great segment. Terrific information, and thank you so much for coming by and sharing it with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you. And if you want more information about the latest cancer research yourself and how you can get involved, simply go to the website demandcures.org. And next in our series, we'll talk to Carolyn Lammersfeld, a nutritionist who will show us how diet plays a really important role in helping prevent and fight cancer.